Okay, today we are working an inner and outer thigh series, okay? This is a curtsy lunge. Okay, you're stepping one foot back at a slight angle. It's not stepping directly back. You're at a slight angle here. The knee is coming all the way down to the ground just behind that other heel or that other ankle, okay? It's a nice close stance with that crossover, squeezing the inner thighs as you come up to the upright position. Then we're going to add this knee in here. So you're coming all the way down nice and low and driving that knee up nice and high, using the obliques to drive that knee up. And you want to aim for shoulder level, but at least bring that knee up as high as you can. Exhaling as that knee drives up. From here, we're going to change the movement and we're going to slow it down, okay? Now you are driving the knee up, extending the leg and bringing it down. The slower you can do the movement, the better, okay? I'm going to show you from a different angle so you can see exactly how I bring the knee up, extend, and then back down into that curtsy lunge. So it's a nice big movement, and again, slower and more controlled is much better for results here, okay? So slow it down. Try and regulate that breathing. You're still exhaling as you come to that upright position, okay? Each of these exercises, we're starting at 10 each. The more advanced you go, the more reps that you can add, but essentially, you just need that 10, okay? I've added here because I wanted to show you the angle, right? Now we're coming into these teeny tiny, these small curtsy lunges, okay? You can see from the back, I'm just coming up just a little bit, still squeezing as I come up. From here, we're moving into the next series, okay? This is a side lunge. I had to find my little foot placement that I wanted here so I had enough room because see, it's quite a big movement. You step out to the side and then slide back in. So when you come down, you're working that straight leg, you're getting a nice stretch in the inner thigh, and you're working the outer hip. And as you slide back to the upright position, see how I'm sliding with my heel? You're using the inner thigh of that leg, okay? So it's really inner thighs and outer thighs working together throughout this movement here. Then you want to come down, you're going to isolate, you're going to hold this position into isometric, except that heel is lifting up with a releve, okay? So you lift up and up. That quad is working hard to hold you there. Then we have a small movement with the heel up off the ground. These small side lunges, okay? Coming as low into the movement as you can. You might not be as low as me. You might be lower, wherever your range of movement is. Then we're going to take a hold. If you can take your hands up off the bar, take your hands up off the bar. If you need to hold yourself while holding the bar, that's fine. Then we're moving into adductors and abductors, okay? You're just coming out and out. You want to come out far enough that you feel that in the hip. And again, I'm not just throwing my leg up there. This is a slow, controlled movement. Then you're going to take a small pulse at the top, okay? Now you're going to come across. Now see, my foot comes from, the leg that's extending comes from one foot and up. It never crosses all the way back over to its original position, okay? So the movement is really isolating that inner thigh, okay? Then we take that small pulse at the top, okay? From here, we are going to the other side. The same thing, other side. Okay, I'm going to take a different angle here so you can see exactly where my knee placement is or where my foot placement is, okay? Now I have the opposite leg forward. That knee is dropping down just behind the other foot. I'm squeezing the inner thighs as I come to that upright position, and I'm also squeezing the glute as I come to that upright position. You are working the entire leg here, from glutes to inner thighs to the hip, outer thighs and quads, okay? From here, now we're going to activate those cores and we're going to get the heart rate moving a little bit, okay? So you're going to drop down into that curtsy lunge and then drive that knee up, exhaling as that knee drives up nice and high. Whatever your range of movement is, that's what you're going for. But the goal is the bigger the movement, meaning the lower you come and the higher you drive that knee, the better, okay? Now you're going to slow it down. Okay, same thing that we did on the other side, all right? You've got the curtsy lunge, bringing the knee up, extend the leg, and around. The slower you can do, the better, okay? This is one of the toughest ones. It doesn't look tough, but it is, okay? If you are just a beginner, you might only be in the 8 to 10 rep range with this, okay? Intermediate, you're in the 10 to 12, and advanced, you're gonna go for 15. okay? Nice and slow. Still remembering to be mindful of what muscles you're working. Then we're going to drop down from here into that teeny tiny curtsy lunge, okay? It's just a small curtsy lunge, and you are still squeezing the glutes and squeezing the inner thighs as you come up, even though it's just a small movement. From here, now we're going to the side lunge on the opposite side. And you can see here, I start out with a small, not as big of a movement, okay? If you need to, beginners, start with a small movement and then build, coming lower as you can, leaning into the movement, okay? Making it as big as you can. But I don't know what your range of movement is, only you do. So do the best that you can do, coming as low as you can, leaning into the movement as much as you can, but not hanging on the bar, okay? You're just resting. I never want you hanging on the bar. That means your arms are doing the work, not the legs, okay? Now, you can see in the mirror, my heel is coming up, okay, with that releve. I'm in that isolated or isometric side lunge, except that heel is moving up and up and up, coming as nice and high as you can. And from here, you're going to go into that hold. You might need to find your balance first. You can keep one arm on the bar, or you can keep both arms, or you can take both arms off, whatever your level is. And you will want to hold ideally for, let's say, 10 seconds, okay? The longer you can hold, the better. Good for you, more advanced. From here, we're going to adductors and abductors. Same thing that we did on the other side, but now we're, of course, working the other leg, okay? So you're gonna extend out, controlled movement. Notice that my foot is flexed, okay? I don't have a pointed toe like many times we do. Same thing for that inner thigh. My foot is flexed, okay? You do the full range of movement for 10, and then you do that small pulsing for 10. Okay, in the pulse, when we get there, here we are, the higher the range of movement, the better with the smaller movement. Okay, great job.